interesting ball game, and it should be. The tap picked up by the Hearts. Calvin Glenn driving in, lays it up and good, and the Hearts get off to a good start. 2-0, Sacred Heart. Kennedy's Eagles with the ball, bring it down. N.V.L. Ware over the middle, into the forecourt, over the far side to Randy Bird. Bird cross court over the side to Ware. Back to Bird. Bird looking around. Over the far side corner, it goes to Riddick. Vin Riddick, that is. Now N.V.L. Ware gets it on this side. Closely guarded. Passes back on the midcourt to Randy Bird. Over the far side, it goes to Vern Riddick. And the ball is knocked loose and stolen by the Hearts. In the forecourt with it now, Anthony Perry passes over the side. Underneath it goes off the fingertips of Dave Franks, out of bounds. So the Hearts come up with a turnover, and the Eagles will get the ball back. Ball game just getting underway here at the Kennedy Gym. Almost a minute has gone by. Hearts lead 2-0. In the forecourt at the far side, Vin Riddick. On the midcourt to Randy Bird. On the N.V.L. Ware, back to Bird over the far side. Bird with it. Closely guarded. Pass off to Vin Riddick. Vin Riddick to Randy Bird at midcourt over the this side to N.V.L. Ware. Now to Vern Riddick. Riddick once pumps, once pushes it up. No good. The rebound picked up by Calvin Glenn. Fast breaking down over the middle. Anthony Perry gets the ball. Shoots it up from way out. No good. The rebound is picked up by Dave Franks. He's called traveling. So, turnover number 2 for the Hearts, and the Eagles come down court on the move. Hearts, let's see what kind of a defense. Looks like they got a 2-1-2 defense. That 2-1-2 we've seen quite a bit of lately. And there's N.V.L. Ware, set, shooting up, no good. The rebound, fourth underneath, and be a jump ball. .6:21 left to go in the first quarter. Ball game just getting underway here at the Kennedy Gym. Good crowd on hand, almost completely filled the gym. There are some seats available if you're on the way up. You can get in to see the ball game. It should be a honey. The jump, the tap picked up by the Eagles. Billy Evans with the ball to N.V.L. Ware. Now cross court over this side. It comes to Randy Bird. Over the far side to Ware. Out of Vin Riddick. Back out to Ware. Cross court over this side to Randy Bird. Hearts floating around, moving back and forth in their 2-1-2 zone defensively. And they are challenging Kennedy to shoot from the outside. Kennedy's Eagles have one good outside shooter. That's N.V.L. Ware. The rest of the players are questionable as far as the long shooting is concerned. Bird over the far side to Ware. On the midcourt it comes to Randy Bird. Over this side to Vern Riddick. Cross side to N.V.L. Ware. He sets, shoots it up and good. And as we just mentioned, N.V.L. Ware is their sharpshooter from the outside. After him, they don't have anybody who can really drop them in from way out. Driving in, Calvin Glenn shoots it up and good from the about 8 feet out, driving the baseline. That makes it a 4-2 ball game, and Calvin Glenn has all 4 of the Sacred Heart points. In the forecourt, N.V.L. Ware with the ball on the side of Vern Riddick. Cross court over the far side to Randy Bird. To N.V.L. Ware. Ware closely guarded by Craig Wood. Pass over the far side. Randy Bird has it again. Pass off to Ware. He starts to drive. Passes out to Vern Riddick. Riddick passes back out to Randy Bird. Now Riddick is outside the foul. Out near midcourt. And now N.V.L. Ware comes out. Very deliberate type play in basketball here tonight. I can see that right off from the start. Kennedy Eagles are not about to let that ball fly. There's a ball stolen by Anthony Perry. He drives into the forecourt quickly. Passes, the pass is deflected out of bounds, but touched last by Kennedy. Kennedy, very, very deliberate in their handling of the ball. And, of course, sometimes when you keep handling, you get a little careless, and that's what helped the Hearts to pick off that play and get the ball down court. Anthony Perry, shot in the deep corner, missed. Rebound by Henry Brown. The layup shot is good by Anthony Perry as Blount flipped a beautiful assist off to Perry. Hearts lead 6-2. Kennedy trying to get untracked here. A little bit cold. They're shooting mostly from the outside. They haven't had too much of an opportunity to work from the inside as Sacred Heart has put up a tough inside defense, kind of packing that basket underneath. Over the far side with the ball, Randy Bird. Cross-court pass over this side to Ware. the Hearts can look for Ware. Now getting in is Vin Reddick as he shoots from 8-10 feet out, misses, and the rebound is fought for between Randy Bird and Dave Franks. Will be a jump ball at the Kennedy free throw line. This first quarter is really moving right along, and very low scoring ball game. We've seen some very low scoring ball games in which Kennedy has participated in the last week or so. The tap is knocked out of bounds and awarded to the Hearts. .347 left to go in the first quarter here at the Kennedy Gym. All of the action coming away over WATR, Radio Waterbury's first station. Kennedy's Eagles have a one-man down court pressing. Now they go into a 2-1-2 zone defensively. Hearts in underneath. Dave Franks is fouled as he got a pass, went up for the layup. And the foul was committed by Vin Reddick. That's his first team foul for the Eagles. At the free throw line, Dave Franks going to take a pair. Shot is up and missed by Franks. Kennedy's Eagles have an 8-game winning streak on the line here tonight. Kennedy, of course, would like to make it 9 in a row, and the Hearts would like nothing better than to break that streak. Second shot by Franks is good. And the Hearts lead by 5, 7-2. Of course, 4 or 5 point lead means nothing. Both these ball clubs quite capable of scoring in splurges. In the forecourt come the Eagles. On their midcourt with the ball is number 12, Thaddeus Freeman, has come into the ball game. He replaces Randy Bird. Outside it goes to Neil Ware. Set, shoots it up and good. And we repeat that the only hope the Eagles have of hitting from the outside and breaking the zone is Neil Ware's outside shooting. He has all 4 of the Kennedy points. It's a 7-4 ball game right now. The Hearts with the ball. Calvin Glenn driving in, and there's a traveling violation called against the Hearts. So the Eagles now have a chance to move to within a point of Sacred Heart and bring the ball down. In the fourth quarter is Freeman. Pass off to Ware at the side. Over the near side, it comes to Vern Riddick. Back on the midcourt to Freeman. Back to Vern Riddick. Eagles being very conservative about there's a pass into Billy Evans. Now the pass is stolen by Craig Wood, and the Hearts come up with another steal. This is about their second or third in the ball game. In the fourth court, Wood pass off to Henry Brown on the near side. Brown back out to Wood. Wood outside the foul circle. Closer got it by Thaddeus Freeman. Driving in, shoots it up too hard off the board. The rebound, foot underneath, and there's a foul call against Henry Brown for holding Neil Ware. Not a shooting foul. That's the first foul of the ball game for the Hearts. 7-4 the score, 2:13 left to go in the first quarter here at the Kennedy Gym over WATR radio. In the forecourt, Neil Ware, another long shot from the outside around the hoop, just missed going in and popped out. The ball was knocked out of bounds in the battle for the rebound, touched last by the Hearts. It'll be Kennedy's ball out of bounds behind their own hoop. Eagles, by the way, are shooting at the basket to our left if you want to orient yourselves as to the way we're looking at the ball game from our broadcast booth in the Kennedy Gym. Near side, Vin Riddick. Outside to Neil Ware. Back over this side to Riddick again. Vin Riddick. On the midcourt to Ware. Over the far side to Freeman. Hearts shifting 2-1-2 zone. There's a pass over the fingertips of Vern Riddick out of bounds. And time is called with timeout. We'll take time for this message from Allie on behalf of...
To up that lead a little more.
Okay, Allie, 1:36 left to go in the first quarter of this ball game. And the Hearts with the ball bring it down. Anthony Perry over the middle in the forecourt, into the foul lane. Now pass over the far side of Calvin Glenn. Glenn goes into the corner, hooks around, closely got it by Vern Riddick, and now there's a double dribble call against the Hearts. Both teams showing a little bit of the effects of maybe a minor case of the jitters. Kennedy, of course, has that big win streak on the line, and the Eagles, they feel the pressure more and more with each passing game. Eagles with the ball in the forecourt now. On the midcourt, Thaddeus Freeman. Over the far side it goes to Vin Riddick. Back on the midcourt to Freeman. Kennedy, however, I'm surprised at Kennedy. They're a very deliberate type of play, and the Hearts anticipating some of the passes that Kennedy's making, have come up with a couple of steals. A long shot on the far side by Vin Riddick is missed. The rebound is rolling loose on the floor. Picked up by Ware. He sets, shoots it up. No good. The rebound batted up in the air. And there's a foul call against Marvin Frank. Dave Frank. That is Dave Frank's first second team foul. Not a shooting foul. Kennedy will put the ball into play directly behind their own basket. Shooting at the basket, as we said earlier, to our left. Pass on to Vern Riddick. Short jumper up and in and out. The rebound picked up by Calvin Glenn. Glenn to Perry. Lead pass down court to Henry Brown. Lays it up and in. Beautiful fast break employed by the Hearts to get that quick hoop. And that, for the moment, stops the scarcity of scoring. 9-4. Hearts lead by 5. 23 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Another very low-scoring first quarter at the Kennedy Gym. In the fourth quarter, Neil Ware moving it over the far side to Vin Riddick. Eagles are going to hold it and take the last shot. There are 8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ware has it. Pass out to Thaddeus Freeman. The ball's deflected out of bounds with 2 seconds left to play. It'll still be Kennedy's ball. They'll have to take a quick pop if they want to beat the buzzer here. The pass comes into Vin Riddick. He shoots it up and misses at the buzzer. And at the end of the first quarter, the score is Sacred Heart 9, Kennedy 4. Right now, this message from
Evans underneath, and they are just not getting the ball. Ready for the start of the second period? Here's Al Vestro.
Okay, Allie. The tap is picked up finally by Franks of the Hearts to Henry Brown on the midcourt to Craig Wood. Over the far side to Calvin Glenn in the forecourt. Hart shooting in the basket to our right. Pass to Brown. His shot is short. Loose ball picked up underneath by Kennedy's Vin Riddick. Long pass to the forecourt to Billy Evans. Evans to Vern Riddick. Twisting jumper up and in and out. No good. The rebound picked up by Henry Brown for the Hearts. Brown to Perry. Perry's long pass over the fingertips of Calvin Glenn out of bounds. And Calvin Glenn will have to be maybe 7 or 8 feet tall to pick up that pass down court. Score remains 9-4. Hearts lead by 5. Still anybody's ball game. That 5 points doesn't make that much of a difference between these two teams. But so far, Sacred Heart defense has been awfully tough on Kennedy's scoring potential. Thaddeus Freeman over this side of Neil Ware. He sets, shoots it up, hits the rim, and bounds off into the hands of Billy Evans. He comes up with a layup, and he's fouled as he drops the ball through the hoop, so it could be a big 3-point play for Kennedy's Eagles. Billy Evans will go to the free throw line. Foul is committed by Calvin Glenn. That's his first, and the third team foul for the Hearts. Billy Evans at the free throw line. Billy is 6'4" senior. And when he gets hot, he can be tough. Shot in the foul line. Missed the rebound. Picked up by Vin Riddick. Over this side, it comes to Vern Riddick. On the midcourt, it goes to Neil Ware. Now to Thaddeus Freeman. Freeman with the ball. Over the side of Ware. Ware closely got it by Wood. Back over the far side, it goes to Vin Riddick. Now to Freeman. Outside the foul circle. Over the far side again to Vin Riddick. Shoots it up, misses. Rebound is fought for. Hook shot is up and missed. Another shot up and missed. Rebound picked up by Sacred Heart. Down court comes Perry with the ball. Shoots it up short. Follow-up shot is good by Anthony Perry. Hearts lead 11-6. Down over the middle, Billy Evans with the ball over the far side. Pass off to Freeman. Freeman outside the foul circle. Bounce pass into Billy Evans. He goes in, and there's a foul called. Foul, or a jump ball call. No foul. Jump ball between Billy Evans and Dave Frank. Dave Frank's also a 6'4". Billy Evans 6'4", evenly matched, but the tap is picked up by the Eagles. With the ball on the near side, Vern Riddick passes off to Freeman. Back to Riddick. Set, shoots it up, swish. Well, the Eagles battle back to within 3, 11-8. Hearts lead by 3, and Hearts have the ball. On the offensive, down over the middle of the forecourt comes Anthony Perry. Passes over this side to Craig Wood. Wood to Henry Brown. Brown closely got it, shoots it up, around the hoop and out. The rebound underneath picked up by the Eagles. Long pass down court to Vern Riddick. Goes in, lays it up and good. And there's a foul call against Anthony Perry on the play. So this could tie it up. Fine move by Vern Riddick as he drove inside the baseline for the layup. Anthony Perry trying to stop him. Picked up the foul. That is Anthony Perry's first, fourth team foul for the Hearts. Vern Riddick shoots it up, misses. The rebound is picked up by the Hearts' Anthony Perry. Hearts lead by 1, 11-10. And Perry brings it down over the middle in the forecourt. Shoots it up on the fly short. The rebound up and no good by Henry Brown, but there's a foul called against the Eagles. Foul is called against Billy Evans. Henry Brown will go to the free throw line. Following the act of shooting, he'll take a pair. First shot is up and cleanly through. Hearts lead by 2, 12-10. Second shot is off the side. The rebound picked up by Billy Evans for the Eagles. Lead pass comes down court to Vern Riddick. Cross court to Billy Evans. Pivoting, has the ball knocked out of his hands. Loose ball picked up by Vern Riddick. He shoots it up. Now the traveling violation call against the Eagles anyway. So the ball goes back to the Hearts, who put it in play in the backcourt. 5:18 left to go in the first half. Very low-scoring ball game here tonight. Hearts lead by a slender 2-point margin, 12-10. Anthony Perry in the forecourt. Pass over this side in the corner to Wood. Wood to Henry Brown. Tosses up a short one. Good from 8 feet out at the side. Hearts lead by 4 again, 14-10. Hearts have been in the lead right from the outset of this ball game. In the forecourt, Neil Ware to Freeman outside the foul circle. There's Freeman in. The pass deflected by Henry Brown, picked up by Craig Wood, and Wood driving into the forecourt quickly, goes into the corner. Now his double team. The ball is knocked out of bounds by Thalius Freeman. So it'll be the Hearts ball out of bounds at the far side in the forecourt. The ball comes into Perry, driving the baseline, and he kicks it out of bounds. 14-10 score. Hearts lead by 4. Eagles have the ball. In the forecourt quickly, Freeman for the Eagles. Pass over the far side. Gets a pass back out of midcourt. Passes cross-court over this side to Neil Ware. Back outside the foul circle. Freeman over the far side of Vern Riddick. Out of Freeman. In to Billy Evans. Twisting jumper up and no good. The rebound picked up by Ozzie Majo. Majo has the ball stolen, knocked out of his hands. The ball goes out of bounds and is awarded to Kennedy. Eagles have the ball out of bounds from behind their own hoop. They trail by 4. 4:12 left to go in the first half. The pass into Freeman in the corner. Now to Vern Riddick. Short jumper by Riddick is up and missed. Follow-up is missed. Rebound is up and good by Billy Evans. Fine second and third effort by Billy Evans makes it a 14-12 ball game. Anthony Perry has his pass stolen by Billy Evans. And the ball passed over to Neil Ware. The Eagles have the ball. Vern Riddick gets it, shoots it up and good. We got a tie ball game, 14-14. 3:42 left to go in the first half as Sacred Heart calls for a timeout. We'll take timeout for this message.
Other than that, Hearts just look so-so. They really haven't caught it yet. A.V.?
Okay, Ellie. Hearts with the ball. Bring it down. Anthony Perry gets it over the middle, gets it into the forecourt on the near side. Passes off to Craig Wood in the corner. Wood closely got it. Passes back out to Chris Monroe, who's come into the ball game now for the Hearts. Monroe to Wood. On the midcourt it comes to Anthony Perry again. Perry closely got it by Neil Ware. Goes in, shoots it up. It's the rim, bounce high in the air. The rebound, fought from underneath. Picked up by Kennedy, and the Eagles now have a chance to go ahead for the first time in the ball game. Layup shot is good by Vern Riddick. And Kennedy has gone ahead after being behind for most of the first half. 16-14. Eagles lead by 2. Anthony Perry with the ball in the forecourt to Chris Monroe. Monroe's pass to Craig Wood. Now it comes into Calvin Glenn. He turns, shoots it up. Good. And the ball game is tied. 16-16. That's the way this ball game might go now for the rest of the first half. Down over the middle of the forecourt come the Eagles. All knotted up at 16. 2:35 left to go in the first half. Over the far side with the ball. Thaddeus Freeman passes off to Billy Evans, driving in. His shot is blocked beautifully by Calvin Glenn. A fine defensive play by Glenn, who is not that tall. Glenn is, well, he's 6'3". That's tall enough. 6'3", 6'4". A lot of 6'3", 6'4" ball players out there on both these teams tonight. Pass into Billy Evans. The ball knocked out of bounds. He drops it in from the foul lane, about 15 feet, and puts the Eagles ahead 18-16. That's 6 points for Billy Evans. In the forecourt, Calvin Glenn. Pass is stolen by Kennedy, and Neil Ware gets it in the forecourt very quickly. Passes cross-court to Vin Riddick. Now over this side it comes to Vern Riddick. Set, shoots it up, in and out, no good. The rebound picked up by Calvin Glenn. Minute 50 left to go in the first half. Hearts with the ball in the forecourt. Craig Wood has it. Timeout called, and with timeout, here again is Alley with a message from First Federal. Okay, Alley. Hearts ball at the far side. Anthony Perry out in the midcourt. Passes cross-court over this side to Craig Wood. Now to Henry Brown in the near side corner. Brown closely got it. Pass it back out to Wood outside the foul circle. Over the far side, Anthony Perry. Now in the corner to Calvin Glenn at the far side. Glenn, a long shot from the far side. Hits the rim, bounds off. The rebound is out of bounds, and it's awarded to Kennedy. Eddie Generali a little bit upset about something that's happening out there. Calvin Glenn, limping a little bit, comes out of the ball game, and Chris Monroe goes in for the Hearts. Monroe is a 6'1" sophomore. In the forecourt with the ball. Eagles leading by 2. On the midcourt, Vin Riddick to Neil Ware. Right out in their center court. Minute left to go in the first half. Vin Riddick out of center court to Neil Ware again. Over this side to Thaddeus Freeman. Over the far side to Vin Riddick. Vin Riddick loses control of the ball. It's picked up out of midcourt, and there's a backcourt violation, I believe, or a foul. No, there's a foul call against Craig Wood. That is the first foul for Craig Wood, and the 1-1 in effect for the Eagles. Vin Riddick will go to the free throw line to take the 1 and the 1. The first shot, of course, that's the highly important one. If he makes that, he'll get a bonus try. Otherwise, the ball is in play. Shot is up and off the side, no good. Rebound picked up by Henry Brown. Hearts have the ball. They trail by 2. Kennedy sets up that zone defense. Over the far side, it goes to Chris Monroe in the corner. Now to Henry Brown. Henry turns, looks, passes off to Anthony Perry, goes in with a 15-footer. Good. That ties it up at 18. 25 seconds left to go in the first half. Down over the middle come the Eagles, with Thaddeus Freeman bringing the ball down. In the forecourt, pass over the far side of Billy Evans, and a fine defensive play by Chris Monroe kept Vern Riddick from getting an easy layup shot. Monroe deflected the ball out of bounds. It'll still be Kennedy's ball. They take it out of bounds from behind their own hoop. Pass in out to Vern Riddick, outside the foul circle now to Freeman, who backs out toward midcourt. And the Eagles are floating all over the place, running with dazzling speed. There's a driving layup shot by Neil Ware, missed. There's the buzzer sound. And at the end of the first half, the ball game just couldn't be any closer. It's all tied up at 18-18. Already mentioned, that's usually a one-period score in local high school basketball circles. Now let's see what the second half develops. The toss in the air, the tap is rolling loose to the floor, picked up by Kennedy. With the ball, Randy Bird. Bird passes off to Neil Ware. Kennedy shooting in the basket to our right here in the second half. Over the far side, it goes into the corner to Vern Riddick. Now to Randy Bird. Cross court over this side of Vin Riddick. Now to Neil Ware. Bounce passes rolling loose, stolen by the Hearts. Coming up with the ball, Calvin Glenn. To Anthony Perry, who gets it down over the middle in the forecourt. Coakley got it. Pass over this side to Calvin Glenn. Shoots it up and good. Glenn has 8 points of the 20 on the scoreboard for the Hearts. Pass in, stolen by Craig Wood. Short jumper is up and off the side, no good. Rebound, rolling loose underneath, and knocked out of bounds and awarded to Kennedy. Mad scramble for the ball underneath the Sacred Heart hoop. Ball finally went out of bounds, and it's going to be Kennedy's ball. Taking it out is Vin Riddick. The pass comes into Vern Riddick, and he is called traveling. Hearts get the ball directly below our WATR sports broadcast booth here in the Kennedy Gym. Taking it out, Anthony Perry. Passes in to Henry Brown, and Brown is tripped by Vern Riddick. Brown goes sprawling down. That is Vern Riddick's first personal foul. The Eagles have committed very few personal fouls in this ballgame, only 3 in the entire first half. Well, 3 altogether right up until now. Hearts with the ball, a pass to Anthony Perry, shoots it up the side, misses, rebound underneath, picked up by Dave Franks. He lays it up and around and out. Rebound is picked up by Vern Riddick. 20-18 the score in case you just joined us. Hearts lead by 2. 6:48 left to go in the third quarter here at the Kennedy Gym. Vin Riddick sets it, shoots it up on the side, no good, a follow-up shot missed. Rebound by Henry Brown. Lead pass down court is bounced off the head of Randy Bird out of bounds on a very smart defensive play by Anthony Perry, who saw the ball was going to go out of bounds. He leaped into the air, picked the ball out of the air, bounced it off Randy Bird's head, and it bounced out of bounds. The Hearts had the ball, and now they lose it. On the pass in, Kennedy comes up with a loose ball, and Neil Ware brings it down into the forecourt. Cross-court pass over the far side to Vin Riddick, now to Randy Bird. And Bird passes off to Ware. Ware closely guarded by Craig Wood. Passes, and the pass deflected, almost stolen by the Hearts. Picked up by Billy Evans. Now to Randy Bird. Set, shoots it up, and good. Very rarely see Randy Bird shoot from the outside, but he popped that one in very nicely. That ties the game up at 20. 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. In the forecourt come the Hearts. Pass to Calvin Glenn. Glenn's pass picked up by Dave Franks. His fall-away shot up and in. 22-20, that's the score. Hearts lead by 2. In the forecourt come the Eagles. Over the far side, Randy Bird gets it in the forecourt. Pass off to Neil Ware. Ware down the middle, shoots it up. Short. Ball pulled out of the air by Dave Franks. And Franks has the ball knocked out of his hands, rolling loose. Still rolling loose before. Scramble for it. It'll be a jump ball. They'll jump at center court. It'll be Randy Bird for the Eagles. And he'll be jumping against Anthony Perry for the Hearts. Oh, it's really a shame that one of these two teams has to lose here, and especially Kennedy's Eagles with that long win streak. The tap picked up by the Hearts. Shot by Henry Brown is good from 10 feet out at the side. So the Hearts open up a 4-point gap, and now there's a foul call against Craig Wood for blocking Vinny Riddick. That is second foul for Craig Wood. Not a shooting foul as yet. That's the second team foul, the first team foul in the second half. Or the Hearts, and the pass comes into Vin Riddick. Vin Riddick, cross-court pass, almost over the head of Ware, over the far side. Nice stop, pass off to Vern Riddick. His drive-in shot is no good, but he is called on a charge. Offensive charge called against Vern Riddick. That is his second. Second personal foul for Vern Riddick. The second team foul for the Eagles here in the second half. A lot of seconds in the forecourt, driving in, Anthony Perry has his layup shot blocked, knocked out of bounds, and a fine defensive play by the Eagles. Hearts have the ball. The pass comes in. Over the far side it goes. In the corner to Perry. Perry sets, shoots it up, short. Rebound picked up by Perry, and the Hearts maintain control. Perry passes off underneath to Henry Brown to Dave Franks. He shoots it up, misses. Rebound picked up by Vern Riddick. I'll be going out of my skull with the Vern and the Vins, and it's awfully confusing if you think you're confused. The shot from the front of the hoop by Vern Riddick is good. And it's a 24-22 ball game. Hearts lead by 2, and that is Vern Riddick's 8th point of the ball game. Time call momentarily. A rubber ball was thrown out on the floor. That could be dangerous. Some knucklehead throws a rubber ball out there. A kid running down court could hit that ball and trip and fall, break an ankle or maybe a leg. In the forecourt, twisting jumper by Henry Brown is up and missed. The rebound picked up by Kennedy. And Neil Ware with the ball. Gets it down over the middle in the forecourt to Billy Evans. Vern Riddick was floating down court all alone, but the Eagles didn't see him. Shot in the outside, missed. Follow-up shot is good by Billy Evans. They got a tie ball game, 24-24. Anthony Perry driving into the forecourt quickly. Passes over the far side to Craig Wood. Wood starts to drive in with a short pass. Ball rolling loose, picked up by the Eagles. Down court they go. Billy Evans driving all the way in, lays it up, no good, and there's a charge foul called against Billy Evans. That is Evans' second personal foul, the third team foul here in the second half for the Eagles. Not a shooting foul as yet. Dave Franks comes out of the ball game for the Hearts. Ozzie Majo goes in. 24-24. It's all knotted up. These two teams battling it out tooth and nail here. And the coaches off the floor are the friendliest of friends. But here tonight, Jack Taglia and Eddie Generali are deadly enemies. In the forecourt, driving layup shot. Good by Calvin Glenn, and the Hearts go ahead by 2. In the backcourt, the ball is rolling loose, stolen by the Hearts. Pass into Craig Wood, lays it up and good. The Hearts in a full court press now, giving the Eagles a little problem out there. They lead by 4 very quickly again. 28-24 in the forecourt. Pass to Billy Evans. Ball away shot up and in. 10 points for Billy Evans in tonight's ball game to lead the Eagles. 28-26 the score. Hearts lead by 2. This has been some ball game so far. Low scoring, but very exciting. The pass into Ozzie Majo. Has the ball knocked out of his hands. Loose ball picked up by Brown. Lost out of bounds at the far side. 2:44 left to go in the third quarter here at the Kennedy Gym. Gym almost completely filled now. In the forecourt with the ball, Tejas Freeman is called on a traveling or a double dribble violation. And the ball reverts back to the Hearts. Now Chris O'Toole is coming into the ball game for second out, replacing Craig Wood. O'Toole is a 6-foot sophomore. 28-26 the score. Hearts lead by 2. 2:32 left to go in the third quarter. Pass into O'Toole underneath, and there's a traveling violation call against the Hearts. Officials for tonight's ball game, Joe Kepix and Frank Corky Vieira. With the ball, Neil Ware driving quickly into the forecourt, goes into the corner, now passes back out to Freeman. Back to Ware, shoots it up in the corner, around, open out, and there's a pushing foul called underneath against Billy Evans. That is Evans' third personal foul. Not a shooting foul as yet. That is the fourth team foul for the Eagles. Next foul committed by Kennedy will give the Hearts the benefit of the 1-1 from the free throw line for the remainder of the ball game. Hearts put the ball into play in the backcourt. Bring it down, Anthony Perry in the forecourt. Closely got it by Neil Ware. Passes over this side to Calvin Glenn. Glenn back outside the foul circle of O'Toole. Back over this side it comes to Glenn. Glenn into Henry Brown. Pivots, shoots it up, and no good. Rebound underneath, fought for. Rolling loose. The ball is finally to be a jump ball call as Anthony Perry and Vin Riddick trying very hard to pull the ball away from each other. They'll jump at the Sacred Heart free throw line. Heart shooting at the basket to our left here in the second half. Both coaches, Generali and Taglia, out on the floor there giving instructions to their players. The tap is picked up by the Eagles. Lead pass down court to Vin Riddick. Goes all the way in. The shot is blocked by Henry Brown. Fine defensive play. It looked like Vin Riddick was going to have himself an easy layup. Henry Brown came in there and got his hand on that ball. Knocked it out. The Eagles still have the ball. The pass comes into Vin Riddick outside the foul circle. Over this side it comes to Ware. Cross court to Freeman. Now to Vern Riddick. Shoots it up and good. The ball game is all tied up at 28 again. knotted up. And this is some ball game as we go down to the final minute and a half of the third quarter. Hearts have the ball in the forecourt. Anthony Perry closely got it by Ware. Pass off to Calvin Glenn in the corner. Now to Perry. Long stretch up by Perry's missed. Rebound. Fought for, rolling loose. Picked up by the Eagles. Lead pass down court to Ware. Jump shot on the fly is up and no good. Rebound by Ozzie Majel of the Hearts. 28-28, a minute 10 left to go in the third quarter. Pass over the side to Calvin Glenn. Shoots it up and good. From 6 feet out at the side. Hearts lead 30-28. Down over the middle come the Eagles very quickly. Billy Evans driving in, underhand shot, no good. Follow-up shot is no good by Vern. Follow-up shot is no good by Freeman. The rebound is up in the air and finally picked up by Calvin Glenn. Lead pass down court to Anthony Perry, goes in. He tried to stuff the ball, and he ran the ball up against the rim. And the ball was finally knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. Sometimes a flare for the, what would you call it? The unusual can backfire. Hearts have the ball. They may run the clock now with 30 seconds left to go. They may run the clock and take the final shot. 24 seconds left to play in the third quarter. O'Toole on the midcourt, closely got it, passes over to Glenn, cross-court over this side, it comes to Anthony Perry. Perry goes out in the midcourt, flips over the far side to Glenn. Now to Perry over this side, it comes to O'Toole. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. O'Toole goes into the corner, sets, shoots it up, hits the rim, bounds off, follow-up shot is good by Ozzie Majel. And there's the buzzer. At the end of the third quarter, the score, Sacred Heart 32, Kennedy 28.
Either one of these two men could play a very important part in this ball game for the Kennedy Eagles.
Okay, Ali, our next broadcast, by the way, will be at the Holy Cross Gym next Tuesday, as we'll be running a 5-game winning streak. We'll be tangling with Holy Cross Crusaders at the Holy Cross Gym. In the forecourt, the tap picked up by the Eagles. Over the far side, Vin Riddick in the corner to Freeman. Freeman to Vern Riddick, and there's a foul call against Henry Brown of the Hearts. That is Brown's second. And the second team foul, so the Eagles will be putting the ball into play at courtside in the forecourt. Pass comes into Vern Riddick. In the corner it comes to Freeman. Freeman holding the ball, starts a drive, and there's a foul call. Let's see against whom. Foul is called against Ozzie Majel for blocking. Not a shooting foul again. Third team foul for the Hearts, and again, the Eagles have put the ball out of bounds from behind their own hoop. They're shooting in the basket to our right here in the second half. Bounce pass comes in, and it's picked up and rolling loose, and off the ankle of Craig Wood, and a scramble for the ball on the floor, and there'll be a jump ball. And there were 5 players, 3 Hearts and 2 Eagles, all battling for possession of that ball right around near midcourt. Dave Franks comes back into the ball game. And Franks replaces Henry Brown. 32-28, that's the score. The jump between Craig Wood and Neil Ware, 2 of the smallest players on the floor. The tap is rolling loose and picked up by Calvin Glenn. Glenn with the ball, hands it off to Anthony Perry out in their midcourt. Now the pass comes over this side to Glenn. Glenn passes off. The ball is deflected, stolen by Neil Ware. Ware driving into the forecourt quickly. Passes over the far side to Freeman. Freeman into Billy Evans. Follow-away shot is up, no good. Rebound up, no good. A rebound fought for, picked up by Anthony Perry of the Hearts. 1 minute has gone by here in the fourth and final quarter. In the forecourt, Perry brings the ball down, shoots it himself, misses. Rebound over the far side is picked up by Ware for the Eagles. Into the forecourt it goes to Vern Riddick. Now to Billy Evans, shoots it up, no good. Rebound fought for, picked up by Evans. He shoots it up, no good. A rebound is picked up now by Calvin Glenn of the Hearts. Glenn to Craig Wood, who gets it down over the middle in the forecourt. Passes off to Anthony Perry right out at center court. Over this side it comes to Calvin Glenn in the corner. Glenn back out to Anthony Perry. The Hearts slow down the pace a little bit now. Cross court it goes over the far side to Craig Wood. Cross court over this side it comes to Anthony Perry. And Thaddeus Freeman trying to steal the ball. Now the pass goes over the far side of Craig Wood. Set, shoots up a high arc, no good. The rebound, batted up in the air, over the far side. Stand picked up by Craig Wood. Passes off to Franks. He shoots it up, misses. Rebound fought for, and there's a foul call against Dave Franks. Franks' second, fourth team foul for the Hearts. Franks comes out of the ball game now. Coming in to replace him is Henry Brown. 6 minutes, 7 seconds left to go in the ball game. Kennedy leads by 4, Sacred Heart leads by 4, 32-28. A long pass over to Vern Riddick as Neil Ware almost is bottled up at the baseline. Now the ball is being moved around outside the perimeter of the foul circle. Over the far side it goes to Freeman. Now in the corner to Vern Riddick. Riddick's jump shot is up and no good. The rebound picked up by Calvin Glenn. Stolen by Neil Ware. Shoots it up. No good. A rebound is batted around and picked up by Ozzie Major. Major with the ball. Kennedy's Eagles are ball hawking all over the place. Time call momentarily, and let's see what Anthony Perry must have been poked in the eye or bumped in the forehead. Time call. The officials are going to take a look at Perry. He appears to be all right, and the ball is taken by the Hearts out of bounds. They put it into play at midcourt. Perry closely got it. Flips over this side, and the ball is falling loose on the floor. Stolen by the Hearts and re-stolen by Kennedy and out of bounds. The Kennedy's ball. That's right, Allie, there's been no scoring this period.
And a lot of action, too.
Yes, we can see that. Almost 3 minutes are going by here in the fourth quarter. With the ball, Vern Riddick in the forecourt looking around for somebody to pass off to. Now decides to go in himself. Shoots it up and good, and he was fouled on the play. Let's see, the officials ruled no basket. There was a block on Vern Riddick before he took the shot. So he'll go to the free throw line. He'll take a 1-and-1. So, Vern Riddick will see if he can break the scarcity of scoring here in the fourth and final quarter. Calvin Glenn comes out of the ball game for the Hearts. Coming in to replace him is Chris Monroe. Vern Riddick's shot is up and cleanly through. So he gets the one. Now he'll try for his bonus. 32-29. Hearts lead by 3. Vern Riddick gets set. Shoots his second shot up and cleanly through again. 32-30. That's the score. Hearts lead by 2. Anybody's ball game. We go into the final 5 minutes of play here at the Kennedy Gym. In the fourth court on the near side, Chris Monroe gets it in the corner. Passes out to Anthony Perry. Over the far side, it goes to Craig Wood. Craig Wood being double teamed. Passes off to Ozzie Major. He goes driving in, banks it up and in. Nice bank shot by Ozzie Major. Gives the Hearts a 4-point lead again, 34-30. The Eagles on the move now. Down over the middle of the fourth court comes Freeman. Passes over the far side of Vern Riddick to Billy Evans. Billy Evans out to Vin Riddick. Down the middle he goes. Passes off to Billy Evans. Evans closely got it. Can't get off a shot. He passes out to Freeman. Cross court it goes to Vern Riddick. Shoots it up and good. Well, just about 20 feet out. 14 points for Vern Riddick, and it's a 34-32 ball game. The Hearts by 2. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the ball game. Over this side, Chris Monroe with the ball. Closely got it. Passes off to Anthony Perry out in the midcourt. Perry closely got it. Passes over the side to... the ball is stolen and re-stolen by Sacred Heart, and now re-stolen by the Eagles under the foul call against Vern Riddick, I believe. That is his second. Not a shooting foul as yet. That's the fourth team foul. Yes, the 1-and-1 is in effect for the Hearts. Ozzie Major is going to the free throw line for his 1-and-1. 3:53 left to go in this ball game. Major sets, shoots it up, and good. That ball took a little spin, a lot of English on it around the hoop. We couldn't tell whether it was going to go off the side or drop in, and it finally dropped through. Major will get his bonus try. That one is no good. The rebound is picked up by Billy Evans for the Eagles. 35-32. Hart's in the full court press again now. Still in the backcourt with the ball is Freeman. Now he gets it down over the middle, just in time to beat the 10-second violation. In the forecourt on the near side, Vin Riddick with the ball. Closely guarded by Monroe. Passes off to Vern Riddick. Over the far side it goes to Billy Evans. Shoots it up and good. And that whittles the Harts lead down to 1. 35-34. 3:20 left to go in the ball game. Sacred Heart leading 35-34. Perry is fouled as they try to get a pass off. And Anthony Perry will go to the free throw line to take a 1-and-1 for the Harts. Foul was committed by Neil Ware. That's his first. Well, this ball game may evolve down to which player can come through with the foul conversions on either team. Shot is up and missed by the Harts, by Perry, and the rebound is picked up by Vern Riddick. So the Eagles now come down court with a chance to go ahead. And Vern Riddick lays it up and in. It's not count. It does not count. There's an offensive charge foul called on Vern Riddick. And that is Vern Riddick's third personal foul to boot. Tough break for the Eagles as Vern Riddick dropped in a pretty shot from 12 feet out at the side. 34-35. Harts lead by 1. 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. In the forecourt come the Harts. Calvin Glenn with the ball. Shoots it up from 12 feet out. Good. 37-34. Harts by 3. Kennedy with the ball down over the middle. 2:45 left to go in the ball game. Neil Ware with it outside the foul circle. Closely got it. Pass off to Vin Riddick. Cross court over the far side. It goes to Freeman. In the corner it goes to Neil Ware. Ware starting to drive the baseline. Stops, jumps, shoots it up, and no good. Follow-up. Good by Billy Evans. 37-36. 14 points for Billy Evans, playing a fine game for the Eagles tonight. In the forecourt, Calvin Glenn with the ball. Cross court over the far side of Craig Wood. In the corner goes to Anthony Perry. Harts have not been able to work that ball in too often tonight for that layup shot. They've had themselves a tough ball game. There's a pass stolen by Thaddeus Freeman, and he passes off. The pass stolen by Anthony Perry. Lead pass down court to Henry Brown. Goes up, stuffs it. Henry Brown with a stuff dunk makes it a 39-36 ball game, and the crowd got very excited over that. 1:52 left to go in the game. The Harts lead by 3.
Kennedy Eagles ball out of bounds. Sacred Heart in a full court press.
Okay, the pass comes into Ware. Neil Ware is the team playmaker and probably the best ball handler on the club. Brings it down into the forecourt. Pass over the far side to Vern Riddick. Now to Vin Riddick outside the foul circle. Vin Riddick starts to drive, goes in, lays it up. No good. There's a foul called. Foul is called against Chris Monroe. That is his first. Ben Riddick at the free throw line will take the 1-and-1 and a chance to bring the Eagles back to within 1. First shot is up and good. 39-37. Second shot by Vin Riddick is up and good again. 39-38 as Vin Riddick does it. Gets the Eagles back to within 1 and right back there in tough contention for this ball game. Calvin Glenn closely got it. Passes on the midcourt to Craig Wood. Wood over the far side to Anthony Perry. Perry closely guarded by Freeman. Passes over this side to Calvin Glenn. Clock continues to move. 1:10 left to go in the ball game. Over the far side, the ball goes to Anthony Perry. In the corner, it comes to Chris Monroe. Monroe's pass is fought for, rolling. It was on a jump ball call. They'll jump at the Sacred Heart free throw line. Both coaches up on the floor. Both of them must be getting ulcers out there now. There's a tap picked up by the Eagles. Pass down court, deflected by Chris Monroe, but the ball was knocked out of bounds by Craig Wood, and the Eagles will get the ball out of bounds in the forecourt with 56 seconds left to play. And the Hearts lead by 1, 39-38. Taking it out of the far side, Tejas Freeman passes into Neil Ware. Now over the far side it goes to Vern Riddick. Vern Riddick goes up. His shot is partially blocked, rolling loose in the corner, picked up by Freeman. Freeman to Ware. Ware with the ball. Out in the midcourt now. 40 seconds left to go on the ball game. Hearts lead by 1, 39-38. The Eagles looking to set a man loose underneath for that sure layup. 30 seconds left to play in the ball game. Billy Evans with the ball on the near side now. To Ware. Ware closely got it by Craig Wood. Pass out in the midcourt to Freeman. Over the far side it goes to Vern Riddick. Now Neil Ware out at center court. 17 seconds, 16 seconds, 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13 seconds, 12 seconds, 10 seconds. Now Neil Ware with the ball. Starting to drive, passes off, and there's a foul called against the Hearts with 6 seconds left to play. Foul is called against Craig Wood. Boy, are these foul shots going to be important. I believe it's
The Hearts will be hard-pressed to score, but let's see what happens.
All right, Ware at the free throw line, bounce the ball, set, shoots it up, and good. Ball game is all tied, 39-39. And if he makes the second, the Eagles will go ahead by 1, and the Hearts will have 6 seconds left in which to see if they can get down court and get the basket. Shot is good. The Eagles lead. And Sacred Heart calls for a timeout with 6 seconds left to play. Kennedy leads 40-39. Clock will not start to move until the ball touches a player. Pass comes into Brown. Brown with the ball to Perry. He shoots it up. Good! Just at the buzzer, the Hearts win it. How about Anthony Perry and Allie? You call that right on the button. Henry Brown passed the ball to Anthony Perry. He took a 20-footer from the side. The ball went through the hoop just before the buzzer sounded, and Sacred Heart wins it 41-40 and breaks the Kennedy win streak at 8. And what an exciting finish to an exciting ball game. Although low scoring, it certainly has been a thriller, and a shame that one team has to lose a ball game such as this. But I guess there are no tie games in basketball. And this one had to end, unfortunately, for Coach Jack Taglia and his Kennedy Eagles, who fought from behind throughout the entire ball game, finally went ahead with 6 seconds left to play. And the Hearts, as Allie said, they were looking for Anthony Perry, who was their fine outside shooter. Perry has not taken too many shots in this ball game tonight, but that one he took went cleanly through just a split second before that buzzer sounded, and the Hearts win it 41-40. What a thrilling finale. A great game for the Hearts to win, a heartbreaker for Kennedy to lose. Allie is working on those scoring totals, and before he passes those along to you, we'd like to remind you that all of the action in this big intercity and Naugatuck Valley game has been sent to you with the best wishes of First Federal Savings and Loan of Waterbury, by Schmitz and Seraphine's Hardware, Garden and Power Equipment Center on Chase Avenue, by Cardella's Fine Jewelers, 73 South Main Street, downtown Waterbury, and 384 Stilson Road, overlooking the Naugatuck Valley Mall, and by Office Products of Connecticut Incorporated, Freight Street, Waterbury. Right now, Allie has the wrap-up on tonight's ball game, so take it away, A.V. Jr.
The senior, and here's the way he went for Sacred Heart. The high point maker was Calvin Glenn with 14 points. He was followed closely by Henry Brown with 10 points. Only 2 double-figure scores for the Hearts tonight. They were followed by Anthony Perry with 8 points, and I'll tell you, Anthony Perry only scored 8 points, but yeah, I don't think he scored 2 bigger points in his career than that last second shot that went in while the buzzer was going off for the game-winning hoop. They were followed by Ossie Majo with 5 points, and Dave Franks had 3 to round out the Sacred Heart scoring. For the Kennedy Eagles, the high point men, 2 men that have been doing it all season long, Vern Riddick and Billy Evans, each with 14 points apiece, and they both played great floor games. They were followed by Neil Ware with 6 points, and Neil Ware very easily could have been the hero in this ball game, sinking those 2 foul shots. with 6 seconds left showing on the scoreboard clock. It looked like the Kennedy Eagles might have had it wrapped up were it not for that last shot by Anthony Perry. Rounding out the scoring for the Kennedy Eagles, it was Vin Riddick with 4, and Randy Bird had 2. From the foul line, Kennedy Eagles were 0 for 3 in the first half. They went 6 for 6 in the second half, which really helped their cause out. They wound up 6 out of 9. Sacred Heart went 2 for 4 in the first half and 2 for 3 in the second half. Total of 4 out of 7 for the Hearts. And that's, I believe, the lowest number of foul shots I've seen taken in a ball game that I can ever remember. 7 for Sacred Heart and 9 for the Kennedy Eagles. The shooting department, Sacred Heart finished the ball game with 19 out of 41 as they hit on 11 of 23 shots in the second half for their 19 of 41. And the Kennedy Eagles were 17 out of 55. So the Hearts had the much better of it on the shooting tonight. Kennedy only 8 for 28 in the second half. They were 9 of 27 in the first quarter. And thanks to Gordy Woods for the shooting statistics tonight. Turnovers, Kennedy had 12 and Sacred Heart 13 in tonight's ball game. And here's the way the scoring went by periods. Sacred Heart outscored Kennedy 9-4 in the first quarter. The second period, the Eagles came back, outscored the Hearts 14-9. It was all tied up 18-18 at the end of the first half. In the third quarter, Sacred Heart outscored the Eagles 14-10. The Hearts took a 4-point edge into the fourth quarter, 32-28. And in that fourth quarter, the Hearts only scored 9 points to Kennedy's 12, but that was enough for the Hearts as they come away with a 41-40 victory over the Kennedy Eagles, breaking the Eagles' 8-game winning streak.
Okay, Allie, thank you very much. And that's about it for tonight. Don't forget, sports fans, next Tuesday night, WATR Sports Crew will be at the Holy Cross Gym to bring you the Wilby Holy Cross game. Wilby, with a 5-game win streak, will be looking to make it 6 in a row at the expense of the Crusaders. And that, of course, is more easily said than done. That should be a good ball game. The Cats have been playing much better basketball lately, and WATR Sports Crew will be on hand to bring that all your way. Right now, yes, Holy Cross will be all alone now at the top of the Valley League after tonight's defeat by Kennedy, by the Hearts over Kennedy. And that's about it from the Kennedy Gym for tonight. This is Al Vestro speaking on behalf of the WATR Sports Crew. Allie Vestro, Mark Bresson, and Gordy Woods. Returning you now to our WATR studios and your musical host for the evening, Tom Buchanan. Good night.